Protective cases for your AirPods? Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I have AirPods Pro and original AirPods, and these are pretty easy to tell apart because obviously they're different shapes. But I have multiple children with AirPods, which means it's really hard to differentiate them. More importantly, these are made with a really cool hard plastic, but still, I don't want it to get scuffed or scratched or anything. Enter protective cases. And this is a really fun area to get a case because they're very inexpensive. So I'm going to look at one case for the Apple AirPods and one case for the Apple AirPods Pro, both from Elago. So let's start with the AirPods Pro because they are perhaps slightly less exciting as cases go. So this is the, what is this? Lavender gray version of their AirPods Pro original case. It's made out of premium silicone. It has a dust cap on the bottom for protecting that little lightning connector. And there's an anti-slip coating inside the top. So let's not talk about it. Let's just put it on. And basically, you put the top on and you give it a nice press, and you have to line up the front against the actual hinge. Oops, that wasn't very good. Let's do that just slightly differently. That looks pretty good. And then we put the bottom on, and the bottom, it's pretty easy to get this figured out because you actually have a cutout on the back, and that's so that it hinges so that you can open and close them, right? And then it's just a little bit of sort of pushing the rubber around a little bit, and then there's a perfect seal. And on the bottom, as I said, there's a little doohickey that actually goes into the lightning port to keep it clean and dust-free. You obviously can pop that out if you need to, but AirPods Pro have wireless charging. So I have this OtterBox wireless charger, and I will go ahead and put this on, and let's see. So, number one, it does charge wirelessly, which is good. And number two, I can still see the light, as you can see in this close-up, which is actually pretty important because if they had a rubber that was, or a silicone that was too thick and you couldn't see that charging light, then that would be kind of annoying, right? So they've got all of this done right. It's easy to put on, and it fits very nicely. And now I have lovely lavender Apple AirPods Pro case. So this comes in 12 different colors. Like I said, this is the lavender gray. It's nice. It's very subtle. I'm going to get to the prices at the end because we're going to put this aside. And now I'm going to look at the Apple AirPods. And this is pretty funny. So I asked my daughter, can I borrow your AirPods for this video? And she's like, oh, sure, Dad. So she loans me the AirPods case, right? There's no actual buds inside. I hope she knows where they are. But be that as it may, it'll still work perfectly fine. So this is also an Elago, and I gotta say, their AirPod cases are way more fun than their AirPods Pro cases. So this particular one, as you can see, looks like an old Nintendo Game Boy controller. Super fun, right? So let's go ahead and slip that on here. Whoops, try not to do it backwards. Let's try again. And so there's that. And then on the top, let's see, the top orientation has it so that you have the gray. So if I push this down just a little bit, there we go. So it is on the AirPods case. It opens up, it closes. It opens up not quite as easily as if you didn't have a case, but totally worth it because this is actually a super cute little case. And it does support wireless charging. However, this is the first gen Apple AirPods, so this doesn't support wireless charging, so I can't demonstrate that. But this is no thicker from a silicone perspective than this is, so I'm sure that it works fine. So this is what they call their AW5 AirPods case for the AirPods 1 or 2, first or second generation. What's the difference? The difference is that first generation doesn't do wireless charging, so you do need access to the lightning port at the bottom, which they have. And the second generation will actually also let you do wireless charging if you actually have a wireless charger. So Fun retro design. They got a ton of different designs worth checking out on their site. Really some fun options. This one I really like because we had Game Boys. I had a Game Boy and played a lot of Pipe Dream and Tetris. Those were like my two big games. Supports wireless charging, like I said. It is impact resistant silicone, just like this one is. And here's the thing is that, you know, if these fall or bounce onto a floor or skitter across the concrete or something, you're going to pick it up and at worst case scenario, you're going to say, oh, I have a scuff on my case. But if it gets totally trashed, all you do is pop it off and you're back to your pristine, fresh out of the box Apple AirPods white plastic finish. Very nice. So this is the black version, which is sort of like an inverted color scheme. They also have one where the basic part of it is light gray, which is much more the actual colors of the old Nintendo Game Boy. Either way, super fun. Comes with a little hook, and that means that it also comes with, if my kids haven't already lifted it, no, it's MIA, but it did come with a carabiner. I have no idea where it is. Part of the nature of having kids when you're trying to do reviews. But it comes with a carabiner, so you could easily hook this to, for example, your backpack. And then whenever you need to, you just pop it open and grab your earbuds, and you are ready to rock and roll, and you got it nice and protected. Now, the only downside is they've done such a good job. This actually looks like it's some sort of mini little Game Boy. So I don't know, people might get pretty interested in that. So fun, right? Fun idea instead of more boring white stuff from Apple. I mean, yes, they're elegant. Yes, they have a sophisticated design sense, but sometimes fun is missing from their product line. So this adds fun back. Now, before I talk about the price of both of these products, let me just tell you that you should subscribe to my channel because I get access to a lot of gear and I'm super honest in my reviews. And hey, click the subscribe button. I appreciate that. Great. Now, Elago cases. This is the AirPods Pro original case. This one's in lavender gray, comes in 12 different colors, and it's $11.99 at elago.com. Pretty painless. And then this one is slightly more expensive. This is the Elago AW5 AirPods case for AirPods version 1 or version 2, and it is $15.99 at elago.com. And honestly, either choice is a good idea, and these are particularly fun, so I'm going to give them both my thumbs up. There's nothing not to like about these, and honestly, get a couple of them, and you can mix and match and change things up, and they even have some that are glow in the dark. Haven't tested that, but it's kind of a fun idea too, isn't it? Great. All right, that's it, which means I'll catch you in my next video.